Thank you. Can I just turn to the gender thing? So I had a fascinating chat with a woman who works in part of my department, works in the prison service, and she's done a PhD about the experience of black women in the prison service. And she says very often the discourse in an organisation like the prison service about race is actually quite patriarchal, and she feels invisible as a black woman. Do you ever feel the kind of double jeopardy of gender and race, or do you separate the two things, or do you find them related?
I mean, it's interesting. When I was in the civil service, this is entirely personal, that I felt I had an easier time as a black woman as compared to if I'd been a black man, actually. I felt that, in a sense, I was, some of the conversations were, because in a sense you're already seen as sort of being the sort of slightly subordinate position, and so, you were surprising on the upside. I think in my current job, where almost every chief executive I face off to is male, I definitely feel my colour and my gender together in a more pronounced way than I had in the civil service. So that's, as I say, just as an entirely personal observation, and the fact that, if ever there's a sort of profile about me in the media, it is always not, they've hired an economist. It's, oh my goodness, they've hired a black person. By the way, she has breasts and has kids, and isn't that marvelous? And so it's been interesting to see myself defined much more in terms of both my gender and my race, in a way in which in the civil service I hadn't felt that intersectionality in quite the same way.
Interesting.